The STV Radio Football Show is brought to you by C.R. Smith. C.R. Smith are Scotland's top-rated window and doors company on Trustpilot, rated 4.9 out of 5, with over 5,500 reviews. C.R. Smith have fitted over 1 million windows and doors across Scotland. They offer great financial rates, so you can get the best product for your home at an affordable rate. We're all lovers of the beautiful game. Well, C.R. Smith make beautiful windows for beautiful homes. It's an open goal. Head to crsmith.co.uk for more info. Now it's time for the podcast.
The STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by C.R. Smith.
Hello and welcome to the STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by C.R. Smith. I'm your host, Ronnie Charters, joined as ever by Ewen Cameron.
H-E-A R-T-S.
Do you have to think about how you spelt that?
If you can't spell it, then here's what it says.
Okay. And Callum Bell.
Hello. You're happy as well.
Guys, we're all
Derby
happy today.
weekend for
all
you
of us.
two.
All of our teams won.
That's not happened often this season.
No. We'll need to get a Rangers fan on quick. Anyway, so thank you for joining us on the STV Radio Football Show. We'll bring you a new episode every single Monday as this title race goes down to the wire. Every single game, every single minute. And we will be right there with you on every single podcast platform you can get, including the STV player and indeed YouTube. And if you can't get your fix enough, Ewen Cameron and I are indeed being allowed on the airways every Saturday from 2 till 6 on STV Radio. And we're also being allowed to go live.
It's really silly.
I mean, think about the times we've had to edit this, cut this, go again. Press the bleep button, go, oh, are we allowed to say that? Now we get to do it in front of a live audience.
Where we can't edit.
And that is because the STV Radio Football Show is going live.
Live.
More. 20th of May, Wednesday night. Tickets, there's still some left.
Yes.
But you
limited number.
better be quick because they are getting snapped up.
Ronnie, how much are they?
They're only a tenner.
You're kidding me on.
They're a tenner.
£10 to
They're
see.
£10. And if you spend that tenner, you probably spent more than Celtic the January transfer window. We'll get on to that. But yes, at £10 and a small booking fee takes up to just over 11 quid. And Wednesday the 20th of May.
Frank McAvenny.
Oh, aye, let's go through the lineup. We've got some massive guests, including Celtic legend Frank McAvenny, Motherwell and Scotland hero. Well, he is after this weekend. Stephen O'Donnell. Plus, many huge guests to come that we can't yet name.
Because they're involved.
But we can indeed include...
What do you mean?
They're involved.
Involved in what?
In the football show.
They're still involved in football.
Yes.
So we can't name them yet.
No,
Stephen
because...
O'Donnell's involved with football.
Yeah, but he's not got something to play for. Imagine Pep Guardiola lose the league and then he has to come and see us. You can't say to me, Carl Arteta, we're going to cancel the booking, big man. Sorry, you've not won the league.
So yes, we've got a couple of big surprise guests for you.
Not more so than our lovely Cat Harvey's also joining us to cause a bit of mayhem as well. So,
do you know what? See, before you go any further, stvradio.co.uk, go to the website, stvradio.co.uk.
Check our socials, it's on our bio.
Check the socials, the bio, etc. to get tickets. But I just like to give people an insight into what we do here on the STV Radio Football Show. So those of you watching on YouTube will see that we're sat in a beautiful studio here, Up Next Studios. Alan and the gang, and Graham and Megan, they're brilliant. This is one of the best studios I've ever been in. Well done to the guys. Thank you so much. However, we sit here and we prepare ourselves for the show. And we've got a big screen, which is to my right, that we can see
we always look at
a picture of ourselves.
There we are.
And just before we started to record, Ronnie was going...
He's a cock, isn't he?
There we go.
Ronnie goes, he's like flicking up his colours going, I'm looking very summery to me.
I am looking quite summery today.
I'm looking summery today. Oh, and look at the guns. I've got the guns out. I'm looking fantastic.
I've been bulking, was what
I've
he
been
said.
bulking is his line. I have been bulking, suggesting...
Megan, don't zoom in that camera. What you do? Don't listen to him.
Megan's just walked in. Can you zoom in on his pecs? Because he wants to talk about his
Megan,
pecs.
we're not going to objectify me to sell tickets for the live show, okay?
We'll do anything to sell tickets for the live show.
I've been bulking. I look bulked.
Do you know what we did as well? I came in on Saturday for the football show, right? And I was a wee bit late. I came in like 5 minutes to go.
You were late.
From 2 o'clock. And I was like, I'm really sorry, Ewan. I said I was in the gym and...
Bulking.
And I actually get stuck in the gym shower cubicle because the lock broke in my hand because I'm
Oh.
so macho.
So
you know?
you tried to turn the lock and it just snapped
It
off.
just came away in my hand, and so I just couldn't get
get
out the
out?
door for about
So
10 minutes. I had to chat on the thing, the
And
door.
shout, I need help.
I was
Were
like,
you
"Can you-"
dressed?
I had my swimming trunks on
and a towel.
and a towel.
Okay.
So what's the first thing? Is hello and welcome to the STV Radio Football Show on STV Radio 2 till 6. We'll get all the goals, all the football. But first, Ronnie was stuck in a cubicle. We couldn't even get to the first ad break before he started total narration.
Is that your strategy then when you go to the gym? Oh, I've got stuck. Somebody help, help, help. They turn with a screwdriver and open up, and you're stood there in your budgie smugglers. Thank you, my friend.
I don't wear budgie smugglers.
Do you not?
No.
Are you not a bugly smudger kind of guy?
Bugly
Apparently
Smudger.
neither are you.
Bugly Smudger's a great name for him.
Bugly smudgers.
Are you?
I'm not a Speedos guy.
Are you not a speed? I used to wear them when I was a kid.
Great. Thanks for that. Can we move on?
When I used to go
Why are we
swimming,
here?
I used to go swimming at the Commonwealth Pool in Edinburgh.
Yep.
And I'd wear budgie smugglers, right? And it was always really good fun. And the thing though,
What does that mean?
but then we throw, like, you remember you used to get those bricks. You throw them in at the deep end to try and dive down and get the brick.
Yeah.
Did
Not
you ever do
actual
that?
bricks. I like,
Well,
yeah.
it's Edinburgh. It
Well,
might have
true.
been.
And I remember swimming down to get the brick and then try to lift the brick up to get back to the surface of the water. And I couldn't do it. And the dive guy, instructor guy, to jump in and save me.
So is that your excuse? That's what you use it. Oh, help me, help me. Very good. Very good.
He's done, yeah. Well done.
So just me that likes it. Right, okay, so what does that mean?
It's not just me that likes it.
Let's get to your lovely comment, folks, because as ever, you gave us a great amount of comments this week, and Callum does scroll through them all, and obviously we get tagged in a couple during the week as well.
We get loads.
We get loads of comments. Good, bad, and indifferent, I will say.
Can I start?
You go on, you can take the first couple.
Here's one from Robbie, 1996, which would make him how old?
30.
29. Depending on when he was born.
Happy 30th this year, Robbie.
Yes. Absolutely smashing podcast yet again, lads. 10 out of 10. Stuff and a breath of fresh air on hearing Scottish football being talked about so passionately. The graveyard joke had me in stitches last
very
week whilst driving home from work. I have received quite a few messages, not just on social media, but on text as well, about that joke involving the graveyard. And lots of people are now telling their own pals and work colleagues that joke.
Including Stevie, who says, I listened to that joke whilst walking the dog in King's Park and gave 3 wee women a heart attack laughing walking behind them.
Brilliant.
We've got a message here from Mike. Mike says, Cameron, shut up, suggesting Celtic can't win the league. Can only be you working within your boundaries of an absolute nonsense that you speak. Celtic have won 16 of the last 20 titles and they're 3 points behind you, you utter buffoon.
Yep.
So I don't think Mike agrees with me.
No, I think he's actually got a point, to be fair.
Charlie also says, can't wait to see spewing Ewan when Celtic win the title.
You're not winning the title. I've said it already.
Niall
Celtic-
Fraser, why don't you take this on the road to Dundee?
To Dundee.
To Dundee.
Who wants to go to Dundee?
A lot of expensive equipment, Niall. We'll go with. We'll take that to Dundee
Hey,
just in case.
hey. No. Don't you dare. I was going to say my dad could pick you up, but not any longer.
Oh, and also, there's been quite the ripple that Callum Bell is back, obviously. We
Yes.
had a couple of weeks without him. And our good friend Harry is shatless.
Harry, I shot less. Mind he's commented a few times.
Is back.
He got annoyed he didn't know where Elgin was.
Remember,
very
that was
early,
him.
yeah.
Him with the big move.
Yeah.
I'm 49 minutes in and I'm done with Callum Bell. It's been great the last few weeks, but I can't be done with the poison he injects into this show. Let your viewing figures and listening figures make up your mind, and they might decide it's worth keeping Callum, but personally, I'm not watching again until Callum is absent.
I don't know. Sorry, Harry.
What did you say last
What
week?
happened in the 49th minute?
I don't know. But it must have been poisonous.
So,
Mark Kelly says, Cameron is a balloon.
well,
Celtic will easily win the league. Hearts are pish, so are Rangers. Laughing my head off at the worst Celtic team in years. Got to both cup finals and 3 points off winning the league. How bad are the rest then, Cameron, you absolute balloon? He called me a balloon twice. In that
double balloon.
message. Yeah,
I
double
like
ballooned.
the one from Carlos. So he's an hour into the podcast, and it's all the football fans keep talking about at my work in Melbourne, Australia. Normally, it's only about Liverpool and the English blank, but it's all about the Scottish title race. That's all that's the talk in Melbourne, Australia.
There's one here from Wardy Bahoy7, wonder who he supports. Right, time to spill the beans. What's the beef between Ronnie and Stuart Kettlewell?
I get asked that a lot.
Same.
There is no beef between me and Big Stuart. Well, like that.
Even privately, out and about, people say, what's the actual story between Ronnie
Very,
and
very good
Peter?
one for Stuart Kettlewell's team this week.
What's his name?
Stuart Kettlewell.
Got a message
Not
here.
so well if they don't do well this weekend, right now.
How would you pronounce that name? Agas.
I don't know.
Agas.
Just Agas. Like the cooker.
Right, says here, thought Callum was a bit of a prick, to be completely honest with you, but I'm glad he's back.
There we go. All right.
Send Ewan away the next time, please. Finish the podcast and Callum's still a tadger.
Right.
So wait, halfway through you wrote a comment saying he's all right,
He's
and then
all
at
right.
the end, nah.
He added an edit. He added an
Fantastic.
edit to tell us how much of a tadger you actually are.
I like that a lot.
From Collector, can you guys do a worst team of the season next week?
Oh,
It's a good
Go
idea, that.
easy on Aberdeen, though. That's a good shout. We'll do that a little later. Should we do that a
the
little
SPF,
later?
let's.
the Scottish Premiership worst 11
I
of
like
the
that.
season.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
think we need to give us. We need to think about this for a week. We'll do it next week.
We've got an hour.
Nah, can we ever think about
we
it?
need to have a
Okay.
think about it.
All
Make
right.
it make us look silly.
Worth it pointing out now, though, because we're early on the show, that next week we will release the podcast on the Tuesday because the game on the Monday night when Hearts play Rangers.
Yeah.
So
Bank holiday bonanza.
Yes, it is. So the podcast will be at lunchtime on
Tuesday the 5th, not
Tuesday
Monday
5th.
the 4th, because it's
Correct.
May Day.
And we have to work on our worst team of the season.
correct.
We need to pick 11. So
I
we'll
should
have a
really write that
breakfast
down.
one day at STV and we'll sit round the table with some boiled eggs and toast and come up with our worst 11.
Well, also for the folks for next week, we are going to watch the Hearts Rangers game together in a pub and then come and record it. So it'll be very good fun.
Love a wee pint and all. Make it a bit fruity. Right, weekends.
All right,
How
I'll
was
start.
your right? Because you sent us that message last night. I just couldn't.
I know.
Friday was a lovely day because of the sunshine.
It was great.
Gorgeous.
Wasn't it
sunny.
just?
So I was out in the back garden, had a couple of bottles of beer, a wee barbecue. It was lovely.
Do you have your own barbecue? Do you like a grill master
Yes.
number? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think you're the type of guy you wouldn't let him to touch your barbecue. No. You're kind of that guy. Oh, it's my grill.
My grill.
Aye.
Not a gas barbecue. Anyone who has a gas barbecue, I'm never coming around to your house because you need charcoal.
In case the gas.
There's no point in having a gas barbecue because what it is about a barbecue, it's the smoke, it's the charcoal, it's the flavouring of it. You might as well just cook it in the oven and then bring it out to everybody. If you're going to use a gas barbecue, it's pointless, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money. Don't use a gas barbecue. We want the charcoal, we want the flavour, we want the smoke and all that. So I did that on Friday. On Saturday, I was on the STV Radio football show with you. I then went out to meet some friends and I went to one of my favourite Chinese restaurants in Scotland, which is Lychee Oriental down Mitchell Street.
Mitchell Street,
In
yes.
Glasgow, yep.
And then after that, I went to a bar called Tabac.
Tabac.
Very good
Tabac.
bar in Glasgow.
Very good bar in Glasgow.
So I was in Tabac with a
A
couple
very
of
good bar in Glasgow.
So I was in Tabac with a couple of friends, and I'm sat where I am now. I've got my friend Gary here, and I've got the chief sat where you are.
Oh,
Ronnie.
you were out with the chief.
I was out with the chief.
Brown nosing.
I know. Eh?
Take his boss out for a Chinese.
Unbelievable.
And then out of the blue, I could catch him at the corner. Of this guy, and I'm sorry, mate. He loves the podcast. I don't remember your name, but he came over, and I saw him marching towards the table where I'm sat. I thought, here we go. I'm getting in the neck here. This is it. And he leaned over the desk and he does this. Not the desk, the table. He leans on the table and he does this. Ewan, what the are we going to do with that Ronnie Charters? He's a Rangers man. He's a Rangers man.
I don't wind up people.
He's a Rangers man. And that's all he said and he walked away.
I love
excellent.
that. It has become quite a thing, isn't it?
And then yesterday, I have never been so nervous in all my life. So being out on a Saturday night, I was able to take my mind off the game.
Yep.
So I was out, had a nice evening, and I got home by about 12:15, and I was sat in front of the telly with a cup of tea and a Kit Kat. And then my mind started to wander towards the game. Couldn't sleep on Saturday night into Sunday morning. Woke up 7:20 on Sunday, wide awake, shitting myself. Worried about the game. So I didn't
That's
go back
no
to
healthy, pal.
That's no great.
So I woke up at 7:20, didn't go back to sleep, and the day just dragged. And I stayed in my bedroom all day. I didn't go down the stairs
Hold
to
on,
watch
hold
the
on,
football.
hold on. It was a beautiful day yesterday.
I didn't
on
go out.
Sunday. You didn't leave your
Nah,
bedroom
I didn't leave the bedroom
until what time?
until 7:00 last night.
You and this, we can't be doing this every week. Come on.
This is what Hearts are doing to me. I was in my bedroom until 7:20 until 7:00 last night. And the only time that I left was to go to the bathroom or maybe go
Thank
down and
God.
make a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. But I was getting my food served to me. It was getting brought up to me. And when I told my wife and I told my kids, don't be coming into the bedroom between 4:30 and 6:30. You're not allowed in. I shut the door, I closed the curtains, and I was under the duvet cover in my pajamas with the duvet up halfway over my face and just my eyes poking up watching the game. I was stressed to
So just quickly, all your family know is, don't come in this room, I'm going to lock the door. And then all they hear is you going, ah,
Aye.
for 2 hours.
And I was bouncing on the bed when we scored the winning goal. I was actually up on my feet, bouncing on the bed.
Right, Ronnie,
Sometimes,
your weekend,
folks,
please.
jokes just write themselves. I'm not going to go there. I'll discuss my weekend. Again, we were working Friday, weren't we? We had a busy day Friday, putting
Friday
the
was mad.
stuff on the telly.
Aye.
We were presenting Friday, and it was madness day. Saturday, STV Radio Football Show, and then I had a barbecue Saturday night.
You were, aye.
Aye, down the
You're
road.
off.
Fraser was a barbecue. He's a barbecuer, him and his dad. But
Really?
Fraser, it was the first time Fraser took the reins by himself.
Big moment for him.
Nobody died.
To Fraser.
Food was all cooked. Everything was great.
And nobody's got a dicky stomach or anything like that.
What? So?
It's a dicky in that. Do you not
Again,
get
folks.
Do you not get a dicky?
Again,
Why asking Ronnie that?
these jokes write themselves. I'm not going to go there.
But
And
it's
then
a dicky, isn't it?
Sunday, we
Did
had
you have a dicky stomach?
no,
But you did.
Right,
That's a long time ago.
right.
And then yesterday we had our Monday club. Fraser and I are normally
Yes.
off on a Monday. We had to put it yesterday, so we had Sunday club where we went out in the town and had a wee sort of date day. We went to Slater's to get him a new suit.
Nice.
2 guys in Slater's came up to us and was like, "You're recording the podcast tonight or tomorrow?" I was like, tomorrow. He went, "I'm a Rangers fan." I said, "I don't get a signal in here, thank God." I'm crap myself for the result. Funny enough, I tried to go back, but he'd finished the shift. Finished the shift. And we were at Perth Races last week on the
That was
Wednesday.
great
Big shout
fun.
out to Perth Racecourse. What a day it was.
Excellent
with
fun.
our cat Harvey and
And the St Johnston title winning
the
team
St
that
Johnston
turned up.
White.
We're all there. Were they all there?
They all
like
turned
5
up
of them
into
there?
our hospitality box, and I'm thinking, right, boys, you're on a fair whack. Go and get your own hospitality box. You know what I mean? Stop drinking my prosecco. Big shout out to Perth Racecourse, yes. And you?
Your weekend, Callum?
I was back in the beautiful city of Dundee. So I went back on Saturday with Cara. She went to my cousin's hen night and me and my dad just chilled in the back garden. It was lovely. I hadn't seen him for ages. It was a really good time. And then
Is there anything you don't do that doesn't involve Cara? Because you mention her every single week.
Yeah. Again, I'll
he
go
mentioned
back
Fraser 2 seconds.
Aye, but I don't mention him every week. Someone has commented, "Welcome back to the Cara podcast, sponsored by Cara."
I showed her that comment. She really liked it. And then it was my niece Maggie's 5th birthday. Happy birthday, Maggie.
Happy birthday, Maggie.
Was,
So
was
we
Cara
were-
there?
She was.
She was there, yeah.
I gave her a bug catching kit because that's what she's into at the moment. So we spent
Cara?
an hour. no. So we spent an hour trying to find ladybirds. And then I went and worked at the Dundee Derby. And guys, can I just tell you, pumping Dundee, what a feeling that is.
And the bottom 6.
I couldn't care less. 3-0 against Dundee's great. And I told you this just before we came on, but I find it very funny. For the first time in my life, and I can't really believe it, I don't know what the boy's going to do with it, I got asked for a selfie, and I took it. I don't know if he thought I was someone else.
I
forgot. I've got a voice note from a Rangers fan who's upset with you, Ronnie.
Oh, here we go.
No way.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to play it.
Go for it.
It's a comment from last week's show. Do you remember the discussion we had about the best strikers in the league?
Yes.
And we didn't really we mentioned Chermiti, but we thought that you thought in the actual was a better striker than Chermiti.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to play this. This is from Scott. He's actually in the car listening to the podcast.
Oh, that's nice.
He actually had to pause the podcast to send me a rant via voice note.
Scott did. This is Scott.
This
Nice
is
to meet you, Scott.
Rangers fan.
By the way, again, just listening to the pod, just to and from work. Credit to Callum. That boy Charters needs to pipe down a wee bit.
Oh, there he is.
He's got it. Iain Mitchell offers more than Chermiti.
That's not what I said.
Iain Mitchell can't even offer 90 minutes to his manager. How does he offer more than Chermiti? Who, by the way, works like an absolute beast. Yes, can brush up on his finishing. He's 21,
As a striker, aye.
right? If he was an
I'm talking to this boy as if he's
absolute
live.
As if he's going to say something
He
back.
wouldn't be gracing Scottish football because he has just about everything else, the boy. Work ethic, work rate,
Is this?
ability to carry the ball, speed, power.
All right, Scott's
You know,
boring me now. Can we get rid of him?
Everything he wants for a target striker in modern football, Chermiti's got. through 90 minutes, bar Paul
Ah,
and Paul
yep, you
Harvey.
said that.
There he is.
When he's at his elite level.
Are you
Have
bored?
seen him at his
I'm
elite
bored.
level? Has he got an elite level? Come on. You're supposed to be the sports journal.
That was worth it.
Okay.
He's still playing, Ewan.
I know. He's
There
winning.
he is. So just
was
a bit. So Scott, nice to meet you, Scott.
Scott was upset with you last
Scott
week.
was driving. I hope Scott wasn't using his phone while driving. That wouldn't be nice, would it? Scott was
trying-
using his
stop trying
voice
to cause
note.
bother, you.
Interesting, Scott.
He was on his speakerphone.
Was he? Aye. Was he? Great. Nice to see you, Scott. How was your Sunday? All right. Let's get to.
Upset Rangers fans.
No, we're going to get 3 jokes first.
Sorry.
I've got
Sorry,
my
sorry.
jokes. Ian's going to come on, but we'll get jokes first. Claire in Perth. Now, I've picked the. Again, send in your jokes, right? Because.
He's written them down in a notebook.
Aye, because I'm not going to use my phone
very
all the time.
professional.
I know, my joke book. STV Radio. Claire in Perth. So, have you guys heard about the incident at Glasgow City Centre last week?
What incident in Glasgow City Centre?
Well, a construction company were working on the top 2 stories of an office block.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom story is an Indian restaurant, the top 2 are offices. This young guy was jackhammering the floor on the top floor and fell all the way down into the Indian restaurant. Boof, down 2 floors.
Woof.
Everybody goes down chasing after him, obviously thinking he's dead. Luckily enough, he was just in a coma.
Don't laugh.
That's for
I'm not,
Claire.
I'm not having that
That's
one.
for Claire.
I'm not having that one.
Sorry,
Don't
Claire.
encourage it.
You don't, you're not having Claire?
Sorry, Claire.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Claire.
Claire.
We're not having that.
Thanks for
Okay,
listening, though.
Mitchell and Pollock.
Okay, Mitchell.
Dogs can't use MRI machines.
Why can't dogs use MRI machines?
Doesn't matter, cats can.
Hey, that one's good.
Right.
That one
That's
was
not
good.
bad.
Mitchell, you get a tick.
Yeah.
And then this one comes from Martin in Baillieston.
'Kay.
Right. Settle in. Settle in.
Here we go.
A butcher is rounding off a Friday evening in his shop, putting everything away, ready to lock up, and sees a dog sitting outside the front door with something in its mouth. And he goes, what's that over there? So he goes to investigate. The dogs get money and a note in its mouth. The butcher goes, what's this? And it's an order. He goes, what? He goes, you know what? Right, okay. Goes round, gets everything for the dog, puts it in a bag, puts the change in the dog's mouth, gives the dog the bag in the mouth, and the dog walks on. The butcher goes, right, I need to figure out where this dog. So he locks up quietly, gets in his motor and follows the dog. Dog's walking down the street, stops at a zebra crossing, goes up, presses the green man, waits for the green man, walks across the road. The guy's like, this dog's brilliant. So he's in the car, he goes, right, I'm going to keep going. Dog walks on a couple of yards, gets to a bus stop, jumps up, scans the timetable with his paw, waits for the bus to come. That's no my bus. Bus goes by, the dog hauls the second bus, goes on the bus, uses the change for the butchers, goes onto the bus, sits at the back. The guy's like, this dog's brilliant. I'm fully in this bus. So the dog follows the bus. The guy follows the bus with the dog. Dog's sitting at the back of the bus. All of a sudden, he sees the paw press the stop sign on the bus. The guy goes, this can't be right. Dog thanks the driver, goes off and walks down the street. The guy's like, this dog's brand new. Keeps following. All of a sudden, he gets to the house. He goes, right, I'll need to go out to investigate. So he just kind of goes out the car and just waits and watches this dog get to this, opens the door of the gate, goes into the front door, and he's waiting at the front door. Nothing's happening. The guy's like, what's going on here? The dog headbutts the front door 3 times, chaps the door. This guy's dog. Nothing. He goes, right, okay, what's going to happen here? The dog then jumps up on the wall, unlocks the gate, goes round to the back of the house, does the same with the back door. So the guy sees the curtains twitching at the top, so somebody in. He comes back round the front of the door, the dog's sitting with the butcher's order and all this sort of stuff. And the guy opens the door and all of a sudden starts unleashing abuse, shouting and swearing at this dog, pointing at its face, swearing at it. And the guy says, I can't stand for this. He goes, hold mate! Leave that dog alone, it's a genius. And he says, genius? That's the 4th time this week he's lost his keys.
That is actually good.
Martin and Baillieston, thank you.
That's actually really good.
That's the joke book done for the day. Thank you to Martin and Baillieston.
Well
Right.
done, Martin.
Well done, Martin. That was a long one, but it was a good one.
Yeah, I like that.
Right, shall we get to the football?
Let's do it.
Right, let's
So,
start.
there's a Celtic fan here, there's a Hearts fan here, there's a Dundee United fan here.
I'm irrelevant.
We've all had victories.
Yes, we have.
this weekend.
Yes, we
Two
have.
of the three in the title race have had victories over the weekend. The third in the wheel failed to win and actually lost. So we need to get a Rangers fan on to get their perspective on this. I messaged so many Rangers fans yesterday.
Same.
Only one actually replied to me.
Because he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. He's going to face up to it. And what happened yesterday against Motherwell. Please welcome Iain Mitchell. Iain Mitchell, are you there, mate? Are you there?
He's getting let in.
He's coming. Don't
Is
you
he
worry.
coming?
He's
Is he
coming.
there?
The This Is Ibrox podcast.
Oh, there
He
he is.
looks dejected.
Look at that face. Look, mate.
Guys.
Oh, Iain. I actually feel sorry for you, bud. I mean, you look absolutely devastated.
Recording in progress.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly how I feel right now. I'm
Right.
gutted. Yes.
Right, Ian, let's get to it. It was Rangers 2, Motherwell 3. Just give us the breakdown from your perspective about what happened and what it means.
Okay. What happened is that Motherwell fully deserved that. They were much better than us. They passed us off the park in that first half, especially, and we just took too long to get to grips with anything they were doing. I don't know why it keeps taking till half time for Daniel to change things and for then we click into gear and play better, but it's too late at that point. I'm going to weirdly give Ewan credit here because he said something good last week. Don't faint on that. But he said Rangers can't afford to give 2 goals away to teams like Celtic, like Hearts, like Motherwell, like we did against Falkirk, because Motherwell have more threat in them. They can score a third, as they obviously did. So yeah, it's really disheartening. Really painful, and we've gone from being favourites before a ball was kicked this weekend by most bookies, I think, to now probably out of it if we don't win next week and the week after. So, yeah, not a great day for me, I guess.
Oh, poor
I've had
Ian.
better.
Iain, were you there?
Yeah, I was there.
What
sadly.
was the atmosphere like?
Do you know what? Pre-game, it was brilliant. It was properly like a European night, like an Old Firm night. It was the fans were up for it. It was like the retro shirt day. All the flags were out. So a real good spectacle. And then they started playing football and ruined things. No, it was strange as well because especially when it goes to 2 each, the fans are right with them again and everyone's up for it and you think, right, get the winner here and then we'll sort of paper over the cracks a little bit here and we kind of get away with it again. But yeah, at the end, I think you saw it amongst the players and the fans. We all kind of know, right, that's probably it now. I don't see this team going to Tynecastle and winning. I don't see it then going to Celtic Park and winning. And the fact is we could win all 4 games now that we've got left and still not win the league. Like we could win next week and we'd probably still be third in the table. So yeah, we've gave ourselves a right mountain to climb when this was not a banker because Motherwell obviously a very good side and probably the best team I've seen play against Rangers this season, but you can't go to a game like that and start so slow yet again and then not react to what's happening on the pitch yet again.
I said when Rangers went through that phase of 3 draws, do you remember that phase of matches? You went you had 3 draws back to back?
Yeah.
I said at that point that I was not convinced by Danny Rule, and I wouldn't be surprised with the American owners that they make a change in the summer if he doesn't win the league. I'm going to ask you because you're I get the feeling from you, Iain, that Rangers are probably unlikely to win the league. Do you stick with Danny Rule, yes or no?
I would, personally. And don't get me wrong, we did our podcast straight after the game and obviously everyone's raw, everyone's wanting someone to blame and there was a lot of comments of like rule out, Danny Rule's not the right guy, get as a proper coach, all this kind of stuff, as you're always going to get after a loss, obviously. But the red flags for me are the fact that we start so slow and don't change it until, a triple sub, at half time. We had to make a sub at Falkirk, we had to make a double sub against Dundee United. It's never starting games properly, and you look at players and maybe they are the problem. But at this point, in my eyes, we had one of the strongest squads. We had the least amount of injuries. And yeah, Daniel done incredible to get us back into a position to fight for the title. But that then comes to a point and you think, right, well, you should go ahead and win it from now. And obviously the Celtic results, those back-to-back games are still fresh in people's memories. So I do get the Daniel negativity, but personally, I would still stick with him because how many times have we done quite well, then fell apart, then sacked the manager, and just repeat the cycle year on year? So I would back him still at this point. I think he's got enough credit in the bank just about.
Ronnie, I'm going to ask you, you're in and around football because that's your job.
Although Scott says otherwise, but yes.
Are you hearing any mutterings?
Absolutely not.
No.
I think you're Ian, I get your point. And he is not he should be criticised, Danny Rule. Absolutely should be criticised. But to then say that he should go, I mean, he's not going to go. Andrew Kavanagh
If they don't win the league, if they don't win the
win
league,
no.
If this Celtic team beat Rangers to the league or Hearts,
They're going to sack Danny Rule. Do you think?
I think they will.
I think you're talking out your back end.
Well, let's
Sorry.
see.
We'll see. Let's see, shall we? Andrew Kavanagh is a very shrewd businessman and he's taken Rangers to his heart, and I think he gets it. And he gets the issues that Rangers have had previously. The rinse and repeat stuff doesn't work. It hasn't worked since Rangers came back through the leagues.
If Rangers don't win the league, Danny Rule's gone, I'm telling you.
I disagree. But I do think, Ian, you mentioned the back-to-back Celtic results as well. That's when Danny Rule started his whole, these are the cup finals now. He's still, for me, it's getting a wee bit tiring. It's now, because this was the cup final and they get beaten it. Now Hearts, he's saying, is the final. Was that not his thing?
Last night.
Yeah, I'm the same as you. Again, it's very raw in the moment, but when I was listening to the press conference yesterday and he's saying, like, keep believing, we're obviously going to still try and believe in stuff, but it's one thing the fans having the big massive banners and the tifos about keep believing and making that a little slogan, but the players need to believe like that. It doesn't really matter what the fans think in terms of belief. It's the players on the pitch have to see problems, react to problems, fix problems, and believe that they're good enough to win games and to win leagues. Whereas yesterday I saw Motherwell boys running past ours who were walking and jogging. I saw them being brave on the ball. I saw them wanting the ball. Our guys are hiding throughout that first half, and you're not going to win a league title if your players are hiding, if your players aren't willing to make risky passes and go forward. It's just not going to happen. So
See, they keep
the players need to do more.
They keep believing stuff, Ian, and I get it. It's like Celtics now is the spirit of '86, and that's what they're trying. That's their sort of slogan now.
Yeah.
Rangers is keep believing. This isn't new though. This first half performance, Motherwell and Falkirk were both the same. In between that, Rangers went away for 5 days in Spain. We were speaking to Manny Fernandez in the press conference on Friday, and his whole listening to him, you thought that this Rangers team's going to win a league because he was so passionate. This is the bonding we needed. We had 5 days in the sun, and we're now the squad's closer than ever. And they go and do that to the fans in the first half. The fans.
It's bizarre as well. Sorry, just to cut you off. See, yesterday as well, we looked like we didn't understand how Motherwell were going to play yesterday. Like we'd done no opposition scouting, no tactical analysis, as if we were going to play, and with no disrespect, a team like Kilmarnock, St Mirren, Livy, who might turn up and just kind of camp in and try and see out a game. Motherwell haven't played like that all season, yet it took us till half-time to reassess and work out how to fix things. You've got guys in the pitch, like I looked yesterday at Asgard and Gassama as your like wide wingers, whatever they were to yesterday. Every time they went infield, Motherwell played wide. When they went wide, they played infield. No one could work out how to fix things. And if you've got 4, 5, 6 players on the pitch wondering where to go, where to stand, who to mark, you're not going to win games of football at that level, especially against a Motherwell team who are setting little traps and playing through you. Like that pass yesterday that Elliot Watt makes for the second goal, that's top class. Yep. But we have spaces between our midfield and Watt, and then our midfield and I think it's Slattery who picks up the ball.
Yeah.
It's like a 40-yard pass, and then the winning goal, Stephen O'Donnell's carried that, 60, 70 yards up the pitch unopposed.
Incredible.
That's just amateur stuff. It's so bad.
Here on the radio though, and of course once you go, Ian, we don't want to do it in front of you. We'll give Motherwell a lot more credit because we haven't done that yet. But most teams against Rangers at Ibrox at 2-2 in the 90th minute are camped in trying to hold on to that point.
Yeah.
Whereas you look at Callum Ward with the ball, as soon as he catches it, he looks for Stephen O'Donnell. O'Donnell's already on up the wing with the ball. I think that typifies Motherwell this season. To try and find a positive for you, Ian, surely you must watch that game and think, well, that Motherwell team may well take points off both Celtic and Hearts too, because they're clearly capable of it.
Yeah, that's all I can bank on now. It's what I said at the start. We're now relying on other teams doing us favours, whether it's Hibs next week, whether it's Motherwell in those 2 games you mentioned. We're going to need that to happen. And again, some of my older friends who support Rangers who have been through more title races say this is what's going to happen. There's going to be moments where you're down and you're back up. Right now I don't feel like that, obviously, but you just hope and pray that Motherwell can do us a favour, because if they play like that anywhere, they will win games of football.
Hearts and Celtic have to go to Fir Park.
Yeah.
It's not as if it's...
No.
Oh, this is not done.
The problem for me with Motherwell is that they've more or less secured European football because of Hibs' defeat yesterday. They've more or less confirmed it. I mean, there's still a chance for Hibs to catch Motherwell, and they've still got to play each other. But they could take the foot off the gas. But that's what I'm saying, but they could take their foot off the gas. It's kind of like job done after beating Rangers yesterday. They've now achieved their goal, which is to get European football.
And I fancy them to beat Falkirk.
Yes.
So that kind of sums
But
it
what
up.
I would say, Ewan, just to preempt you quickly, I spoke to Askew on Friday, and he wasn't even asked about the penalty that they didn't get against Rangers about 6 months ago, but he chose to bring it up. He had really had the bit between his teeth to beat Rangers this season because they hadn't done it yet. But he also was speaking like a guy that will not take his foot off the gas.
Wait
Absolutely not.
till Dermot Desmond phones him. Hi, very good. Come on, Ian. You know that's happening.
Ian, see, before you go, bud, you're 4 points behind Hearts now. If you were to give yourself a percentage chance of winning the league, what would you be?
Like 10, 15%.
10%.
Because
So-
as I say, we could win all games and not do it. So it's...
Would you just want to lie down to Hearts on Monday then?
Do you know what? It's funny. I had Rangers supporting friends who were happy at Hearts scoring yesterday because it's then less likely Celtic win the league. That's
it's
the
mad,
kind
innit?
of pain that Rangers fans have gone through. So
Same with like Hibs fans saying now
Aye.
we need to lay down to Celtic because we can't have Hearts winning the league. It's mad. Give us your thoughts on the Hearts game then, Ian. What would you do? What would you change? You went 2 up top against Hearts the last time at home,
yeah.
but you get so overrun in that midfield yesterday. Do you change it?
It's a very different 2 up front when you have Majowski. Now Majowski's our best finisher. He's the guy that if a chance falls to him, you want it to him. But he doesn't do that pressing thing that Nadiri done against Hearts so well. Like Nadiri's like a kind of midfielder and striker in one. He's just everywhere. Whereas yesterday we had 2 guys up front who stayed up front, and then the midfield couldn't cope. So no, I don't think you can afford to go to Tynecastle or Celtic Park with 2 up front. If one of those is Majowski, I think you have to bring back either Diomande or Barron or maybe both, and just try and kind of win the midfield battle and take your chances. It's the only way we're going to get success for me.
The good news is, Ian, through the week we did see the papers say that Mo Salah's coming to Ibrox, so you won't need to worry about this next season.
Big man.
That should solve our right wing issues finally. So I'll take that.
When you're chasing a goal and you bring on Conor Barron and you've got other creative players still on the bench, I thought, I can see Rangers
That's
fans.
the one for me.
I can
That's
see
the one
Rangers fans pulling their hair out at that, Ian, surely.
Scott Wilson has not been great. He's not a world beater so far at Ibrox. Ant-Man has not been great either. Again, poor season for both of them. But they can make something happen. And if you think back to the game at Fir Park against Motherwell, we went 2 defensive with our subs and lost the 1-goal lead late on.
That's right.
Yesterday felt like a kind of, right, we'll take 2 each. That's what I thought Danny Rule thought in those moments, because how you can look at that bench and think, I'll put Conor Barron on, that'll shore us up a little bit.
Couldn't believe
That's so negative when you've got a guy like, because it's his cross that goes straight into Callum Ward's hands, which they then score from. Because he's not a good crosser, he's not a good attacking player.
That's a good point.
Ant-Man or Scott Wilson don't make that same cross. So it's those finer details and moments that I think are why Daniel's getting some questions on him right now.
Have you spent 40 million quid?
I know.
So I hear.
Ian, have you cried in the last 24 hours?
No, not quite yet.
It looks like you're about to.
Oh, Ian, by the way, just keep a
tell
hold
me
of
to
this,
go.
right? Because keep a hold of this to Bank Holiday Monday, pal, because I promise you, if it goes wrong for them at Tiny, I am phoning you straight away and you are coming into this studio and we will bubble gum the out this man. I can make you that guarantee. Friends across the barricade, I will shake your hand and say, let's give it to this man.
If it goes wrong for Rangers, though, I won't be answering that phone call. Don't worry about that.
You're crippling your fans in the call today. Nobody
Cheers,
else would.
Ian.
Right,
Well
Ian Mitchell, this is Ibrox Podcast. As ever, my
well
friend.
done,
We
Ian.
love seeing you,
done,
Ian.
and we'll
Cheers,
see you
bud.
next week.
See you,
Thanks,
mate.
pal.
There's mate. Yeah, a lot
Recording
of Rangers
stopped.
fans that I know that you know, Ronnie, and you as well, Callum.
Yep.
I don't think I don't even think they've looked at the messages. There's no blue ticks to any of the messages. They've completely gone off the grid because of what happened yesterday. And let's be honest, and we'll talk about more Motherwell in just a second.
yeah.
We were all of the opinion last week that the big game where it would close even tighter in the league title race would be Hearts dropping points against
Yes.
Hibs at
Hibs.
Easter Road. And
Yeah, no
everyone thought
question.
that. Celtic fans thought it. Rangers fans thought it. I know you two boys were thinking it as well.
I didn't see Hearts winning that.
Nah. And here we are, with Rangers the ones that have dropped the points, who'd been banging in the goals in the build-up to this game. And I said it last week, you can't give teams in the top 6 a 2-goal of a start.
I couldn't believe the start. I couldn't believe what they did.
Motherwell were sensational.
They were.
They
Absolutely
were
incredible.
So good.
This whole keep believing stuff, the Rangers fans are trying desperately to do everything for them, and the players go and do that. After 5 days in Spain, what have we been doing? It looked as if they'd never seen a Motherwell side before. And I genuinely get why Iain is distraught there.
Aye.
And also the fact that it was Rangers Player of the Year dance last night wouldn't have helped it, would it?
Quite funny though.
You wouldn't want to be there last night, would you?
Well, Mikey
Just
Muir
the-
didn't want to be here. didn't
No.
want
The
to be here
timing
anyway.
of it wasn't great.
No.
It wasn't. But they've got to have it some weekend.
Motherwell were outstanding, and that second goal just epitomises for me what
days.
Motherwell have done this season. That second goal also showed up how poor Rangers are defensively, but they cut them open like a warm knife through butter. It was so easy, and the cross to the back post, and Longello's there into the roof of the net. For me, it's one of the best team goals of the season.
Elliot's what pass?
Oh,
He's
to-
sensational.
but that pass is not on. No one
I
saw
know.
that pass
No.
coming.
I know.
The pass is to the right back.
correct.
To build the play.
Yeah.
That is just, it's becoming harder and harder to argue against Askew having the credentials for the Celtic job.
Motherwell fans are going to hate you saying that.
I don't
but
care.
I agree. No, I agree.
He's
I
going
was-
to be
my-
the Celtic
I'm going to
manager.
get shout out to my good friend Lee, who's a big Rangers fan, who was watching at the game, texting me going, I'm writing off this season, right? I'm now worried about next season. If Celtic get Askew in, we'll know win the league next season.
So he was at Ibrox.
He wants rule out Askew in. He's a big Rangers man.
So, interesting.
Just by, he was like, how can they
Aye.
Yep.
come to Ibrox and dominate us like that in 45 minutes? They have no right to do that.
And no disrespect to Stephen O'Donnell or Stephen McGinn or those
Paul
boys
McGinn.
at the
Oh,
back.
yeah,
Paul
it's
McGinn,
mad.
sorry.
He's
Nuts.
getting a tune out of players who were on the fag end of their career.
Aye.
And now have rejuvenated no end.
Stephen
He
O-
has rebuilt that club.
Stephen O'Donnell's that good. I want him at Hearts.
You want him in the Scotland squad?
You want him in the
playing in the
Scotland
Scotland
squad.
squad.
Stephen O'Donnell's looking like prime Baresi.
But
The
this
way
is-
he steps out of centre back, the way he steps into that
Just
midfield
the
role.
confidence they
Yeah.
carry.
Aye, the whole team.
But that's all down to Askew.
All down to
It's
Askew.
all down to Askew. And I think, when you look at that Motherwell team, and Motherwell fans, I'm sure will hate me for saying this, but you just enjoy it for the next 4 games because that can't last.
It won't.
It can't
won't.
last.
That team will be broken up in the summer, unfortunately, for Scottish
The
football.
manager will go.
The
Even not
manager-
to Celtic, the manager will go.
He'll go to Celtic.
Just will go.
He's going to Celtic.
Maspanisi will go. Watt will go.
He
Slattery
was
will go.
He was there at Celtic Park on Saturday night. Ask you.
Yeah.
He was there.
I'm in David Gray.
I do think.
Well, they are playing.
they're-
I know, but I do think he will end up at Celtic. I'd be shocked if Askew's not a Celtic manager in the summer.
It's in fifth. There's two very decent arguments for both. So of course he's playing the closest football to Ange that Celtic could get at the moment.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
The last time though, they had an inexperienced manager who doesn't know what it's take. Wilfred Nansley nearly careered their season.
Yeah.
So I can see why there's a reserved thinking Celtic going, do we need experience or do we take another risk?
But you look at what Askew's done in the Scottish game. He's had that year under
With
his
a
belt.
shoestring budget.
And he knows how to play against these teams, whether it be Rangers or Hearts or Aberdeen.
Yep.
He knows how to play against them. And with him, with no disrespect to Motherwell, but
No.
with a better level of player,
You're right, yeah.
they could be sensational next year, Celtic, if they get him as their manager.
I love
However, I don't think Celtic will be the only team that are looking at him just now.
No.
I think there'll
it's
be
also-
teams all over
I do-
Europe.
I do think it's very, again, because I was getting mates and from the Celtic persuasion going, right, okay, get him in. And I was like, well, Celtic's a bit of a basket case. Another club could come in easily, offer him more money than Celtic.
Yes.
There's no divine right for Celtic to just be able to pick any manager they want in Scotland.
No,
That's,
no.
You're not that club anymore.
Those days are gone.
No.
So well done to Motherwell. The Motherwell fans, you could see that at full time. They are just loving life.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they deserve European football because I'm glad they get something out of this league. Because it would be, I think, the biggest travesty this season if Motherwell were not to get anything.
Yeah, I agree.
So
So
Rangers,
are we all agreed that's 4th sewn up?
yes.
Yeah.
Rangers 2, Motherwell 3.
So we'll go to Celtic. Can we go to Celtic just because you touched on Celtic there? I thought they were improved on Saturday night. I thought Maeda was a lot better as well going through the middle. And the reason I wanted to just stick with Celtic before we get to Hearts and Hibs, because we just mentioned them there and they've got no divine right to go out and get Askew. And you said they're a bit of a basket case of a club. Our friend Paul John Dykes,
Yes.
from Celtic
State of Mind. Great guy.
He put something out on social media which is really interesting, which might put Askew off
Go on.
from coming to Celtic Park because of the problems that they're going to face in the summer. All 6 loanees will go back to their parent clubs that are there just now. McGregor is clearly weighing up his options, and I've been told, and I don't know if you've heard this, that McGregor's off to Saudi. That's what I've heard.
He's not saying that to cameras, but I've heard similar things.
Yeah, so he's off to Saudi. So McGregor's gone. I think he's going to end up with Rodgers. That's what's been said.
Sure.
Okay, Casper, Iniacho, and Oxlade-Chamberlain are out of contract.
Yep.
There will be renewed interest in Maeda. He's gone.
He wanted to leave
Last summer.
12 months ago. Yeah.
Engels wanted to leave in January,
He'll
but
be
was
gone.
denied
Yep.
the chance to go. He's gone. There's interest in Trusty. There's interest in
By who?
There is. This is Paul John Dykes. So there's renewed interest in Maeda. I think he's gone. I think Engels is gone. Trusty possibly. I think Hatate's gone.
Yeah.
Yang and Nygren, apparently there's people sniffing around those two as well. And a decent World Cup for Johnston against Canada could probably see him go as well. You then got Bernardo and Balaquishwa, who are now surplus to requirements. Would you agree with that? So
Yes,
they could be gone in the
absolutely,
summer.
yeah.
And it turns out that's 19 players that will need replacing. 19 players will need replacing.
For me, that's not new. This has been will
that be the biggest rebuild in Celtic's history?
Good question.
That's huge.
It's a really good question.
I know. I think if you look back, Lenny's first proper season in charge was a overhaul and a half from Tony Mowbray. That was also pretty. But you're right. Listen, this is madness.
But that's
absolute madness.
Does Askew want you to walk into that?
Well, you'll bring Justin Masonisi with him, so make it 17.
I get that. But that's also a great opportunity because Celtic have got money in the bank.
Yeah.
And how many times have we sat here and went, they have to spend this time. The January signings, we knew I was getting dog's abuse from inside and outside the club for what we were saying on here about Celtic's business in the January window. They were scrambling X, Y, and Z. Yesterday, 4 out of the 5 of the January signings were nowhere to be seen, with only Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain on the bench. Svinchara nowhere, Adamu nowhere, Mvuku nowhere, and Arojo injured till the end of the season. Celtic didn't have a January window. They didn't have it.
True.
Oxlade-Chamberlain himself is not enough to win you the league.
No.
So that tells you all you need to know about where Celtic are at the moment. Added to the fact, we'll get to the game in a wee minute.
This is excellent.
That Friday night, that Friday afternoon, I'm at Lennoxtown with the media crew. Callum and I were only the two working for the news that day. He was at Motherwell. Up at Lennoxtown, the phone pings just before Martin O'Neill walks in. Liam Scales gets a new contract. A new 4-year deal till 2030. We're then sitting in the Martin O'Neill press conference. Ping goes again. Luke McCowan signs a new contract. Whilst Martin O'Neill's talking. So we have to then rather rudely interrupt Martin and go, by the way, we've just seen this. 3 players if you include James Forrest, who have all signed new contracts with that rebuild incoming, with a new manager incoming. I could not believe it.
Right, so there's 2 questions there that I'm going to ask you. So you're there at Lennoxtown. Martin O'Neill finds out. He'll have known it was happening.
No, he knew. We didn't know. Absolutely.
No, but he knew.
He did.
But the news
interviews
breaks as you're speaking to him.
Correct.
So there's 2 questions here. One, Martin O'Neill has okayed these signings because he's a manager next season.
So no,
the new manager has come in and has had a wee chat with somebody.
Or the board.
No chance.
More likely the board have sanctioned
But
So
you can't. How can you sanction the signing of players if you've not got a new manager in?
That's what Ronnie asked them.
The question was put to him. The opposite. So he's saying, Jamesy, great servant, will do as a job. Liam Scales is good enough. He's proven it in the big games. Luke McCowan, it's a chance for him. He's not got as many games as he wants, but the quality's there.
So the decision has been made before the new manager comes through the door.
Martin O'Neill encouraged the board
to do it.
To do that. The board made the decision.
My question to you is this: is Martin O'Neill got a chance of being he won't be the manager next year?
No.
So that's not happening.
No, which makes the decision to offer these contracts, for me, even crazier. Liam Scales was contracted till 2028. He had 2 years left on his deal. He didn't need a contract extension.
No.
The new manager could have came in the summer and the Celtic board say, there's a 4-year deal waiting for Liam Scales. Have a look at him and see if you want him. Mm-hmm. No one except the new manager, should surely be offering contracts to any player in that club.
But I think, Ronnie, what's happened here, and we're no daft, we all know what goes on in the world of football. We've worked in it long enough. Even the fans have got an idea how it works as well. I think there's every chance that the Celtic board have spoke to their new manager. They know who that manager is, and asked them, do you want Scales? Do you want McCowan? Do you want Forrest?
You think that? You think Celtic have a manager?
Yeah, in place.
In place.
I do.
I disagree.
I think it's Askew.
I think you're wrong.
I think
you
you're
don't
wrong
think
too.
they already know they've got Askew?
I can pretty much.
I think you're wrong when you say the new manager's decided contracts for players that he's not signed a contract to be in charge of yet. That's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense.
But you can't go sign players 4 weeks before the end of the season when your new manager hasn't yet got his feet under the desk.
That's
what
what
he's
I'm
saying.
saying.
But they've had that conversation, Ronnie.
You're trying to make an excuse for this and giving a reason. That's not it. There is no manager in place. The board have decided to give these players the contracts with the blessing of Martin O'Neill, because Martin O'Neill says, 1, any new manager would be lucky to work with them. 2, are they fit enough to do it? Yes. And 3, do they have the ability? Yes. That's his reasoning. He told us that on Friday.
Okay.
Whether you agree with it or not, that's
Nuts.
where we are.
I think it's nuts.
I agree with you.
nuts.
It's absolutely nuts.
And do you know what? Looking at what they need to rebuild, is it probably the case that Liam Scales should still be at the club? James Forrest next season should still be at the
But
club.
there's no rush to give them contracts.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they don't deserve to be there longer.
Yeah.
Celtic fans might. Some of them in the comments certainly did think that they should be offered new deals. I'm happy with giving these players contracts, but you need to allow the man who's going to do that rebuild to at least give it the green light.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, back to the game.
The game itself, I thought that Celtic were pretty poor in that opening 20 minutes. I thought Falkirk... Well, it was end to end.
It was. Listen,
It was-
Falkirk was just a great footballing team.
They are a good football side. But when are defenders going to learn
I
with
know.
Maeda?
I know.
When are they going to learn with Maeda?
It's not new.
You don't dilly-dally on the ball when Maeda is anywhere near you.
John
The
McGlynn.
boy's a rabbit.
I know. It's so daft.
He's a greyhound. He's Speedy Gonzalez. He's Usain Bolt.
But see 2 months ago, Diza Maeda doesn't score that goal. Diza Maeda doesn't do what he did. He's
That's a good point.
reinvigorated.
Do you know why? Because he knows he wants to leave in the summer
Might
and he's
be.
put himself in the shop window.
That might be, but see if Celtic get that Diza Maeda.
It's true. Diza Maeda will not be a Celtic player next season.
I agree with
but
that.
see if that's the case and Celtic get that Diza Maeda for the 5 games that are left,
Yeah.
I think Celtic fans would take that because he could be a difference maker in games.
100%.
He scored that goal. Excuse me. He then did the exact same thing for the second goal.
Correct.
Nipped it off the midfield and gave it to Tierney, who went and
Tierney,
scored.
what a
Yeah.
goal.
Clinical finishing has to be said.
What did you think of Celtic overall?
I see them gradually improving. I saw a bit more of a zip, a bit more of a rush to get it forward. Because remember, we were sitting at Hampden for that St Mirren game and we were turning at each other going, in the semi-final going, this. I saw a wee bit of a difference. Just a wee bit. Not by much, because you're right, Falkirk, I argue, had the better chances in the first half.
They did.
Calvin Miller's shot
Yeah.
would have silenced Celtic Park because, to be fair, much like Ian was saying about Rangers, that Celtic atmosphere was like a European night. I think Saturday night the sun was shining, you get it. It's a big win.
It's a huge win.
But what I would just halt a wee bit of the whole Celtic fans going, here we go. It was your easiest game. Statistically, the easiest game you could get. The 6th place team at home.
Who had the injury problems?
Huge, and yeah.
Bain,
Four starters
Henderson and Lissa all
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Donaldson still injured.
Yeah.
Donaldson still injured. You could go call in there. I like that. The Everests are coming. That was just a Monroe.
That's a great
See, that
line.
That's an episode title. That's excellent.
But they have such bigger hills to climb than this. However, Johnston being back, you saw it straight away the difference he makes. With the greatest respect to Anthony Ralston, who was my man of the match for the St Mirren semi-final.
He was
Yes.
brilliant, yeah.
Johnson just lifts it.
Looking at Celtic, and I made a judgment call on them last week, which I got a lot of stick for on X by saying that they
you
are.
did.
Funny that.
Sorry, not just X, TikTok, Instagram,
Yeah, I
message
know,
boards.
I know. It was everywhere. I was my opinion on Celtic was based on those 2 games against St Mirren that they were just so awful that this league title race is between Rangers and Hearts, because nobody expected Rangers to go and lose to Motherwell at Ibrox, and they have. Celtic pick up a decent victory against Falkirk, and there were some decent performances in there, particularly from Maeda, and you're right on that, Ronnie. If you can get Maeda back to where he was before the season, then they've got a player and a half that could be the difference between them winning or losing the league. My question is this: is that Celtic performance giving you confidence to win the league?
I think they're now... I don't think they were ever out of contention. For me, and I'm proud to say throughout this, I've always said Hearts will win the league.
You're stuck with it,
you're right. I
still
do feel it. However, it's just a wee reminder to your lot to go, listen, there's a reason they've won 15 at the last 16.
Yeah.
And I hate that your slogan is the spirit of 86.
It's so funny. Yeah. It's so clever.
Because I tell you...
I hate it. I hate you. I hate you with every fibre of my being. I hate everything about you. I don't want to be in this room with you. See if you lot win the league. I am resigning from this podcast. I am not doing the STV Radio Football Show live. I hate you with every fibre of my being that you now have the slogan.
Camera, cut to me for a minute.
The spirit of 86. The spirit of 86. How dare you? We're going to ram that down your throat. Ram it down your throat. See that spirit of 86? We're going to end it once and for all. See the Albert Kidd chat that you've been giving me for the last 3 months? You and your Albert Kidd chat, because it ain't happening. Hearts are winning this league. And the sooner you realise it, the better you're going to feel about it. Yeah.
Go back under there, Davey, you prick. Right.
Yes.
Well done.
So,
the spirit of 86, that's coming back to haunt you.
What that is, ladies and gentlemen, is a great exhibition as to just how much, even though it's a very poor Celtic team, them just being 3 points behind Hearts can just make them ever so slightly unhinged. So we'll see in the next 4 weeks what happens. Because see that wee outburst,
don't
that wee outburst that you saw from the child. Imagine on the last day of the season if Dyson Maeda scores a 90th minute winner to evoke the spirit of 26, never mind 86. I'll phone Albert Kidd tomorrow and see what he's doing on the 16th of May. So again, STV Radio Football Show Live, 20th of May. Get a ticket, because that...
Imagine having a front row seat to that.
It'll be greeting. And I'll be there to collect
it. The
it.
spirit of 86 will be banished forever on the 16th of May.
Might do. It might do.
Let's mention Kyrell Wilson's goal before because what a goal.
That's a worldie.
Screamer.
It's a worldie.
I think it might be... No, Chermiti's overhead kicks goal of the season. I was about to say, I think it might be goal of the season contender.
But it's still a great goal.
Scored a great goal against, was it Falkirk in the top corner, right foot? He cut inside, right foot, bang, top corner. I think, was it Falkirk? Can't remember who it was.
He's done absolutely nothing since.
No, we're talking about the goal of the season, you prick.
Anyway.
This is not going to stay like this. There is just too many twists and turns. Hearts Rangers next week. Before that, Celtic play Hibs. And... well, we move on to Hearts and Hibs because Celtic now play Hibs with two key players suspended.
The Hibs fans want their under-20s to play Celtic, and they want Celtic to score 9 goals to give them a better goal difference as well.
Your thoughts on the Hearts-Hibs game?
Well, I mean, I said at the top of the show, I've never felt so nervous ahead of a game in all my life watching Hearts. And even before cup finals and semi-finals against Hibs. Because we're going for a league title. I did not want Hibs to be the team and the fans that go, we were the ones that stopped you from winning the league. And at 86 minutes, when they were down to 9 men, I genuinely feared that we were going to draw that game and we'd live to regret it for the rest of our lives.
Before we get there, how did you feel in the 7th minute when Benny Beningame decided to just not mark
still.
Martin Boyle?
He doesn't know what to do, does he?
Such a red flag for the future games. You just pin your best attacker on Benny Beningame.
Yeah. So how did you feel when that goal went in?
He was stuck between a rock and a hard place. He didn't know whether to go or whether he should step out for offside. He didn't know what was going on behind him with Martin Boyle. And when Martin Boyle sneaks into the back post, even before he strikes it, you know it's a goal.
Of course it is.
And it's a brilliant finish.
And it's Martin Boyle as well, as a Hearts fan.
Oh, and look at his celebration.
Yeah.
It meant so much to him. Can I just say, as much as he annoys the out of me, I thought Martin Boyle was sensational yesterday because he knew it was his final Edinburgh derby as a Hibs player and he gave his all. In fact, I think they made a mistake in taking him off when they did. I think he could have got another 10 minutes out of him because he was a road runner. He was putting us under pressure. He was running that striker role on his own when they were down to 9 men. I thought he was sensational. And Soto, when he came on, didn't really affect the play in
he
any
couldn't make
way.
the stick, could he?
Couldn't. He'd not.
It's so hard to dissect that game because Salinger, madness.
Can I be honest?
Go on.
I'm going to put my hand up here. I'm going to be brutal honest with you. If those red cards don't happen, we don't win the game.
Of course you don't.
Everyone.
Everybody
knows that.
And there's a moment in the game. Here's the turning point for me. It wasn't a Salinger sending off. The turning point was when McGrath was through and he had Martin Boyle on his right. And if all the people you want to try and make that pass, you want McGrath in that position to make the pass to Boyle to put it to 2-0. He doesn't make the pass. 2 minutes later, Salinger, handball outside the box, red card.
Madness.
That 2 minutes could be the 2 minutes that wins Hearts of League.
I think, and again, I'm going to go back to this Derek McInnes luck thing, where he was so angry about someone saying that, you've got a slice of luck. That's another big slice of luck.
But you make your own luck. You do make your own luck. We did put pressure on the Salinger. If Cambodia doesn't make that run and make the effort to get there, because it is a dog so.
I'm saying dog so. Dog so.
Hey,
it was a dog so. Get the bell out. Listen, all I'm saying is, it's hard to say that was a great Hearts performance. It wasn't. It was a great win that puts you right front and centre in pole position with 4 games to go. However, for me, I'm going to look at 11 v 11 for just that wee short period. I grant you, right? That's another 11 v 11 away performance where Hearts struggled.
Correct.
You needed 9 men because you didn't do it against 10.
No.
You needed 2 men sent off to beat Hibs.
Correct.
That for me is just a wee bit to go. It's no done yet. You're no world beaters. You're no blowing teams away at this point of the season.
You don't need to.
You don't need to. I grant you, and that's why you are in pole position.
You don't need to. Remember, we beat Motherwell, a very good side the week
Because Stephen
before.
Welsh kicked somebody in the heat. Again, a nice wee slice of luck.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Mate.
A nice wee slice of luck.
Don't
so
bite.
all I'm saying is,
don't bite.
Right.
Don't bite.
if it gets to a point where it's 11 v 11, like Monday night coming up, Hearts need to improve. Hearts cannot win the league if they don't improve. With 4
Ronnie,
games to go.
we are unbeaten.
At Tiny.
At Tiny. We're the only
Rightly
team.
so.
We're the only team in the league that are unbeaten. We have a brilliant home record. That place will be rocking for the game against
Are
Rangers.
you going to get... What's the wee guy called?
the boy that sings the song. Joe
Aye.
somebody.
Ronnie, you're being how can I put it? You've got an air of confidence about you, and you're doing it in a way that's beginning to irritate me.
Air of confidence about what?
About the league. You've got a wee air of confidence about you in Celtic winning this league. You do.
I literally just said Hearts will win the league.
No. But there was a wee bit of you that maybe doesn't quite believe what you're saying because deep down you really think Celtic are going to do it. You think Rangers are out of it, don't you?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
You're not in
Right,
shock.
right. I know.
You're not in
You
shock.
need to step back. You don't know how telly works, mate.
I don't give a
So
shit
the
what
last-
telly works
the
in
last-
because you're
I
making-
can see Rangers beating Celtic
listen,
and Hearts.
Listen to what you're saying. Listen to the way that you're saying it. Right?
It's getting right wound up,
I know
isn't
it.
it?
No, because I
so
don't
easy.
like the way that he's talking. I don't like the way that you're talking.
care.
Right.
I'm giving you a footballing opinion, pal. If you don't like my opinion, that's probably because deep down you're a wee bit scared about what's going to come the next 4 games. You were sitting under a duvet.
You were sitting under it. You didn't leave your bedroom for
And
12
I get
hours.
that. That's why you're all jumpy and you're all aggressive now because you really care. I get that. Most Hearts fans do. The best shot of the weekend was the Hearts fan. Was it his maw?
I look
I look like his mum, aye.
Yeah.
That's what it means. I get that. But all I'm saying is, take the emotion out of it. You need to improve.
But Ronnie, you're going to, you're a wee bit lucky there, a wee bit lucky there.
Aye,
Your
I'm
little,
not saying
your little digs, your little snapshots of things that you say to me is to have a wee dig at me and to Hearts as well.
Not to
you
Hearts,
carried a bit of luck
just to
there.
you.
You went, oh yeah, after Welsh kicked Cambodia in the head. You're
Technically a fact.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, but you're saying it to have a pop as if to say we were lucky to win the game.
Well, don't be so sensitive.
Shut up! I'm not even
Well, don't be
talking to
so
you.
sensitive.
Why are you even involved?
10 minutes.
No,
you-
no,
for
but
10
why
minutes,
are
you're
you
getting upset
involved
about
in
how
this?
Ronnie's
You're a
talking
Dundee
about
United
I'm gonna
fan.
bring
You're
this
in the
back,
because I'm on a
right.
podcast and I've got an
Right,
opinion and I'll
okay,
give
but
it.
you're a Dundee United fan, so nobody gives a
Can I ask you a
He's
question?
injecting the poison, as we Harry Shatler says.
Can I ask you a question then? Just there's no. I'm not trying to have a dig at anything. After watching that game, are you more or less nervous about their performance going into next Monday?
I'm more confident at Tynecastle than I am away from home.
Did that performance on yesterday?
But it's difficult to judge.
That's what
Callum,
I'm saying. So
with
you can
9
only
players.
judge that 11v11 for like what? How long was it? 11 minutes.
And I did
See, in the 80th minute of the game, Hearts had 4 shots on target, and at that point you'd played against 10 and then 9 men. That would concern me a wee bit.
We had 62 touches in the opposition box.
You had 4 shots on target.
Touches in opposition box doesn't win your league.
It means
Listen,
nothing.
we're getting away from
Ronnie,
here.
I'm not even talking to you.
That's great.
I'm
Well,
talking
now-
to Callum.
Well,
But
I'm
But you
the
weren't
host.
talking to me a minute ago, so now you're talking to him. You'll
No,
have to talk to both of us. That's how this
but
works.
we deserve to win the game.
I agree.
And it is. And
But
as you all know, as your football fans, as you two very well know, that whether you're playing against 10 men or 9 men, it's very, very difficult. Look at the Spurs team under Ange Postecoglou who went down to 9 men against Chelsea. Chelsea struggled that day. They did eventually win it because they just run out of steam. My point is this: it is very difficult to beat a team who are as determined as Hibs are, and I give Hibs so much credit.
As we
I
should,
thought
yeah.
they were outstanding yesterday to a man. They ran themselves into the ground. They did everything they possibly could to try and derail Hearts' league title aspirations. But what I'm saying is that Hearts deserve to win it, and it's very difficult to
we're
judge
not
us.
disagreeing with that.
Right, okay, but I just feel like that you're trying to wind me up.
That's true.
I'm asking you a simple question, and then we'll move this on because we do need to move on.
Can I tell you
I
what I
just
do-
think the performance levels from Hearts would concern me a wee bit.
They
That's
don't
all.
concern me because it's just about wins at the moment.
Yeah.
They don't concern me.
And to back him up, what I would say is the performance levels of the other two aren't great either.
That's true. That's very true.
And the thing about Hearts' victory yesterday, the performance wasn't great up until the 2 sendings off. I'll be honest with you, and you're bang on. I think we struggle to win that game if they don't go down to 9 men. We never know because we can't
True.
look at a crystal ball.
Can I also
whatever.
just very quickly say, I think, see Paslak's second yellow, that's a straight red for me.
Straight red, yeah. Horrible challenge.
That's a
I'd heard. I think it was it McFadden that said that. I think McFadden said
It's
that.
studs right to the thigh.
Yeah.
Sorry, just very quickly. Did you guys see McFadden and Darren O'Dea?
Oh, they swapped.
They swapped the jackets.
It's incredible.
It's so good.
It's incredible. When we come back for the break, we'll all swap t-shirts, right? Right, but what an almighty chance to end Rangers' title hopes on Monday you have.
Well, it's gone. If we beat Rangers, they're
It's
out of it.
7 points with 3 games left.
They're out of it. So I said last week, and you'll remember this. I said last week that Hearts needed 4 points out of the next 2 games. 2 really
Yes.
difficult
Yeah.
games.
Yep.
Hibs and Rangers. We've now got 3.
But you can't be settling for 1 point
No,
next
no,
week.
no, I'm
You
not.
need to smell blood.
Well, you have to smell blood. The thing is, though, I never expected Rangers to lose to Motherwell. Now, all that pressure is on Rangers at a bouncing Tynecastle. We know we beat Rangers. They're out of the equation. They're gone. They're finished. I think Celtic beat Hibs at Easter Road
I
the day
agree.
before.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
do. I think Celtic beat Hibs at Easter Road. It then becomes a straight shootout between Celtic and Hearts for the title. And here's what I'm now hoping is that if we'll still be 3, say we beat Rangers, we knock them out the equation. Celtic then beat Hibs,
Still 3 in it.
still 3 in it, and then Celtic have to play Rangers.
And
That becomes Rangers Cup final to stop them winning the league.
Correct.
And then we've got Motherwell away, and then we could win the league if everything goes the way we
steady.
think.
Do not
Steady,
bypass
steady.
Fir Park.
I'm just saying, but
Don't
we got-
bypass Tynecastle.
Don't.
if Rangers beat,
You're saying
No, no,
I carry an
Ron-
air of confidence.
Ronnie, even if we lose to Motherwell,
Uh-huh.
say Rangers beat Celtic.
Yep.
Right. So Rangers lose to us,
You lose to Motherwell.
and we lose to Motherwell, and Celtic get beat from Rangers. We still go to the second last game of the season
Home to Falkirk.
to win the league.
No.
No.
Yeah,
It's
because we're 3 points clear.
Right.
Yes.
But if Celtic beat Motherwell, it goes to Celtic Park.
No.
Celtic can win it in goal difference.
The goal now, but you're behind us already by 6.
But a 3-0 win for Celtic and it's flipped.
Yeah, you need to steady.
This is tight.
on.
I don't think Celtic win all their games.
Where do you see you're slipping
Oh,
up?
Fir Park. I can see Motherwell winning all 5 games. If Motherwell play like they did yesterday, if I'm a Celtic fan, if I'm a Hearts fan,
You're worried.
the good thing for Rangers is don't need to play Motherwell again.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you think they're the kingmakers?
No, they always have been in my eyes.
Motherwell.
Always have been. No, I'm sorry, not Hibs, not good enough. Falkirk, not good enough. I don't think it... Aye, it is. I don't think Hearts...
Motherwell are the kingmakers.
If Hearts can go to Fir Park the day before the Old Firm game
Don't
and win
lose.
that game...
And don't lose.
No,
Or
I
even-
think, listen, if they win that game,
It's done.
that is
then
the...
the Falkirk game is we win it, we win the league.
Correct.
Yeah.
Do you
Right.
see Celtic or Hearts beating Motherwell?
No. I don't think they do. I don't.
I would take a draw. I would happily take a draw at Fir Park as long as we beat Rangers.
Incredible that Motherwell are
It's,
going to make
it's
it.
madness,
great.
and we don't know what's going to happen, but we will be there next Tuesday after the weekend.
Yeah.
So the weekend's fixtures in the title race are as follows. It is Celtic versus Hibernian on Sunday at midday, before on Monday at 5:30.
Hearts versus
Hearts
Rangers.
versus Rangers.
And we're going to the pub to watch it.
We
We'll
are.
go to the pub to watch it. Ewan's on buying his food. I've just decided. And we will be back after the break to discuss the rest
The Dundee Derby.
of the SPFL. The STV Radio Football Show is brought to you by CR Smith. CR Smith windows and doors have been going for over 50 years. That's an incredible amount of experience. They offer great finance rates so you can get the best product for your home at an affordable rate. CR Smith have over 150 iconic vans across the country. Find the back of the net and head to crsmith.co.uk to get the highest quality windows and doors with the most flexible ways to buy. Now it's time for the STV Radio Football Show.
The STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by CR Smith.
Welcome back to the show. It was quite a lively first half. We are all friends. We've all taken a deep breath. Ewan's went out, cleared his head, he's back.
Don't touch me.
And everything's fine again, folks.
Why'd you do that?
And
like,
let's
pat you
go
on the back.
through
Great
the
job.
Dundee Derby,
Hey.
where it was a comfortable 3-0 win for
them.
Jim Goodwin's men. I love the bitterness of Dundee's Twitter account, who wouldn't say Dundee United in any of their tweets, but they had to tweet 3 goals against them. Hey,
they did.
And it's a 3-0 win. Shall we just move on? Next game
absolutely
is
not. No,
So you
absolutely
were
not.
there.
I was there. We said this before we started the podcast. I was there 2 hours early to drop my stuff off because I was doing post match, and then I went and met my dad and came back. 2 hours before kickoff, I'm outside the stadium, and people don't shout my name at me. People shout your name at me and come to me and go, "Ewen Cameron." And I'll go, "Sorry, what?" And I'll go, "That boy's a prick." I'm like, yeah, you're right. He is. It was what a game. What a game.
The weather was good as well.
Stunning day. I was sat with my dad. I didn't even sit in the press box. I just went and sat with my dad in the George Fox stand for the game. And just incredible. United went 1-0 up and then decided, do you know what? We don't want to attack anymore. We'll just have all our players camp out on the edge of the box, which Dundee scored from, in a goal which, should we discuss it now?
Yes.
What on earth happened there?
It's a game-changing decision. I think it's a goal. And I think they're wrong to chop it off.
I don't know what it's for.
Well, it's initially for the pull of the jersey.
But then Stephen Presley, in the post-match, I asked him about it. It's the first question I asked him, and he said, I was told it was a handball by Billy Cometio.
Well, when you look at the VAR replays, it's the pull in the jersey.
And
That's what they freeze it on.
Ron, you're the stickler for the rules here. You know it. Why would he go to the screen if it was a handball? Because surely that would be factual.
So, yeah, when he goes, and I watched it last night in Sports Scene again, when he goes over to the monitor, if it's a handball, so I'm going to take you back to the Scottish Cup quarter-final at Ibrox, Rangers v Celtic. Manny Fernandez scores in
The
extra
hand.
time with his hand.
Yes, it bounces off his hand.
There is no need for the referee to go over to the monitor at that point. He didn't go over to the monitor. He disallowed the goal.
Yeah. Because it's a factual decision.
Am I right?
So yeah, you're right. You're bang on. So Alan Temple, who works for the Courier, very, very good journalist, does a lot of stuff for Dundee United, said maybe he's gone to the screen to check if there's a foul by a United player before the handball.
No, he hasn't.
I don't know.
But I would argue that the shirt pull for me,
It's not foul.
but by the letter of the law, is enough to give it.
No.
It goes both ways, though.
But he's never getting there. He's never getting there.
He is.
He's not.
Well, but again, the fact that he's pulled his jersey means we'll never know, and that's what the referee has to take into account.
This is my opinion on it. I think that they've made a mistake because when you watch the VAR on TV and the decision that they make, it is on the pull of the jersey because
On
they
Ross
freeze it
Graham.
on
So
there.
I'm just double checking. It was this was for a pull in the jersey
Yes.
Yeah.
on Ross Graham,
100%.
not for the handball.
I think that's.
I
dodgy.
don't. I think that's enough to give it. No,
I think Ross Graham's pulling his shirt too. I think it's much.
But
much
it's a
But he's-
blatant.
But he's
it's
never
a very.
getting there. And he falls
but-
as if he's been poleaxed.
But it doesn't matter where he falls. You.
if you're
a Hearts fan saying that's quite funny.
Stop it. If you were running out of the studio and I just grabbed the back of your jersey, you ain't throwing yourself to the ground.
No, I know, but also
But you're
I've
not.
not been watched by VAR camera.
It's
They do
a
it on
corner.
purpose.
They're like 5 feet apart from each other. You can make up that ground in a second.
He's not getting there, Ronnie. I'm telling you now,
But that's what
that
I'm
goal
saying.
has to stand.
But the foul means that we don't know if he's going to get there.
But that foul doesn't interfere with the play.
It does.
It
He's
doesn't,
running
Ronnie.
towards the player who heads the ball.
I couldn't care less. Get it
Anyway,
right round him.
we'll disagree.
But it's a big game. It's a big point in the game, Ronnie, because it's 1-0 in a Dundee derby. The boy's not getting there. I think it's a harsh decision.
You're not going to tell me otherwise.
The
I think
goal
it's
should have stood. It should have been 1-1, and it could be a different game altogether. I think
But it
Dundee.
wasn't.
By the letter of the law, I think it's a
Dundee.
goal.
Shut up, Callum.
They pumped him 3-0.
Shut up, because I think that goal changes the game.
I think Will Ferry will not be there next season. He's too good for Dundee United.
I think he'll make us a bit of money in the summer. He's out of contract next summer, so
they need to cash in now.
We could keep him for a year, but he said it. I asked Jim Gooden about it post match. He said we're hoping to have Will here for a lot longer. Which that was very interesting language. But United won't be able to afford to keep him. He'll want to go and do bigger and better things. He's been brilliant for us, and wish him the best if he does go.
Do you think he'll go in the summer?
I think he deserves his move. He's been excellent.
But do you think he goes? With a year left on his contract, if he doesn't sign a new deal, I think Ronnie's right. You have to cash in.
It's bad business if you let Will Ferry's contract run down.
Yes, but United are very good at bad business. We've done it for a long time.
I know.
And my heart says no, my head says absolutely he has to go.
Because he can then talk to clubs in January for free, can't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've got to either get him on a new contract or sell him.
Last point I'll make is United signed a player in the January window, Emmanuel Aji, the boy that scored against Celtic.
Yeah.
Will Ferry scored 2 goals and assisted, and Aji was just as good as him. He's an excellent player. Signing of the year for us.
Now,
who's the player that Celtic have been linked with at Dundee United? I saw that this week. Who was it again? The winger. What's his name?
Oh, no, it was Rangers. It's the boy we had on loan who's now injured and won't play again. Fata.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it Rangers who've been linked
to Rangers?
He's been linked to Rangers.
He's out of contract this summer with Troy, who are part of the City group, but I think they'll sign him up for another year and put him on loan again. I really
Right,
do.
okay.
Now, here's my question. Can they?
Livingston.
Can they do it?
Can they do it?
I would love it if they did.
It would be unbelievable if they did.
Which I now love is because we now need to we'll take both games together next, because that has become, it's not just a playoff shootout now. I think there's just a question mark there.
Yeah.
That we were waiting for Livingston to be relegated on Saturday.
Yeah.
We had it.
Aye.
We thought, right, this is the day. And they pull out the fire, a first win in 259 days.
Premiership
Sound the
record,
Clarkson. They've won a game. And, I mean, they had to ride the luck.
St Mirren battered them.
What a performance by a big keeper. Jerome Pryor,
He's brilliant.
Jerome Pryor, sorry. Incredible saves in the first half. But you need to do that.
Yeah,
and ride your luck.
St Mirren battered them.
Own goal by Alex Gogic, and then a second by Scott Pittman. Means it's 9 points the gap, because Kilmarnock were beaten 1-0 by Aberdeen. That back-to-back wins for Aberdeen means they're out of it. They're fine. Well done to Stephen Robinson, because there was a big question mark over them a couple of weeks ago. Now, Dundee are sucked back in. So we have Livingston on 19, Kilmarnock on 28, 9 points of difference. And then St Mirren 30, Dundee 33.
I think St Mirren I think Dundee are still okay. I don't think they get sucked into it.
I didn't give you the games for this weekend, so shall I give you them?
Well, Livingston travel to Pittodrie on Friday night, I think.
Yep, you're right. And then Dundee host St Mirren, and Kilmarnock host Dundee United.
So I can see Kilmarnock losing to Dundee United.
Yeah.
If, and only if, I think Livingston need to win at Pittodrie on the Friday night.
A draw keeps them in it.
It keeps them in it, but they need a win.
You think they need a win?
9 points to gain with 12 to
I
play
said
for,
it.
so.
I said it last week. I'm going to say it again this week. For me, St Mirren will end up in the relegation playoffs. I think.
I thought they were good up until they conceded that own goal.
But the defending for that own goal was atrocious.
Yeah.
Freckleton and Gogic, and that's not like Freckleton.
No. I like Freckleton as a player.
Mm-hmm.
I still think the way that St Mirren played, and they created a lot of chances yesterday, they're not going to mess up like they did against Livingston again. They'll score some of those chances. So I think St Mirren are going to be fine, and I still think Kilmarnock will be the team to finish in the relegation.
I think Kilmarnock were also very, very unlucky not
hit
to
the
get
bar
something.
True, yeah.
It's
no,
going to
you're
go
right.
very, very close.
Yeah.
But for me, it's
St
the
Mirren for you?
inexperience.
Yeah.
So
is-
you're going St Mirren?
I'm going St Mirren.
I'm going Kilmarnock.
You'll go Dundee, won't you?
Good. I actually wasn't going to say that, but I'll go Dundee. Get around them.
The one thing we should also point or touch on before we move on, we're expecting, at the time of the recording, it's Monday morning, we're expecting an SPFL decision at some point today or this week.
This week, yeah.
Regarding the ticket dispute between Celtic and Rangers for the final Old Firm game of the season. Here's where we are. Celtic and Rangers were in discussions around the Old Firm allocation. Celtic informed Rangers the normal allocation rests as is, as long as you don't sell any tickets to the Union Bears, Rangers Ultras group, who Celtic say, after Celtic's independent safety analysis, puts the game at jeopardy and puts the Celtic fans at jeopardy. Rangers say, we're not adhering to those stipulations. We firmly reject who Celtic can tell us who to buy and sell tickets to. They've raised it with the SPFL, who've launched a subcommittee. The SPFL's final verdict is binding. There's no chance to appeal. We will find out what the SPFL say.
But Celtic could just refuse to let them in.
Well, no, they can't.
But they could.
How?
They just don't want that's their stadium to do what they want.
Well, no, they don't.
But no, they if they wanted to, could they not just go, no, we're not having this?
The SPFL's, the problem is now, because, I mean, I just
It's a
can't
mess.
believe we're talking about such a mess.
yeah.
But because, as somebody put it on Twitter, because the two ugly stepsisters of Scottish football can't decide on allocations, they've had to go to the fairy godmother and, and they decide. And that's Celtic and Rangers' problem.
Let me ask you now, because you'll obviously be keeping an eye on that, and you've obviously spoke to people behind the scenes, what will the decision be?
I genuinely don't know. Now, the SPFL had to settle the matter for the League Cup, the Scottish Cup game as well,
Correct.
where they gave Celtic the broom loan. We know what unfolded next. Both sides were shameful.
So are the SPFL going to not want to make the same mistake again?
But I think if
Because
the
they made that decision to give Celtic the broom loan,
they did.
which ended up being an absolute nightmare.
We called for them to give Celtic the broom. Are we at fault?
Yeah.
We did not.
But I think Scottish football wanted it.
Yeah.
I know, I
Scottish
agree,
football
I agree.
wanted it, and it was the right thing to do. What I would say on that particular day, during the Scottish Cup, where were the stewards in the place at the Celtic end?
I'm not having that.
No, I am.
Nah.
I think and I even afterwards, the Police Scotland messaging and the interviews that they did afterwards for me gave no
Nah.
concrete answers as
Nah.
to why. I was standing there on the media gantry,
Yeah.
seeing what was unfolding and seeing a lack of urgency. And I will say that.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think fans could just behave themselves.
No,
and
no,
not-
no,
and
no,
not
Of
be
course they
totally,
can,
100%.
Charlie. But listen,
I
mate,
think responsibility on
if
them.
we go through
You're adults,
the whole
behave like
world
it.
thinking that every football fan's going to behave themselves, you're onto problems.
There's,
pal.
there's,
I
al-
agree with
there's
that,
always
but still.
idiots within every support, and you have to legislate for that. I just think we were a bit slow in reacting to the idiots who
I
made their way
don't
onto the
know
pitch.
what the SPF. I'm genuinely. We'll find out very soon, and it'll
Yeah.
be out of date by the. If most people are
Yeah,
listening
yeah.
to this,
Yeah.
we'll know by then.
So let's have a guess.
I
See who's right.
I'll go an allocation of 800 fans.
Or do you think they'll reduce it?
Yeah.
I think the SPFL will side with Rangers
And give them the full allocation that
Yes.
they're expected to
because
get.
my thinking behind that, if you would,
I agree with Ronnie.
Okay, cool.
Rangers allowed Celtic to sell tickets to the Green Brigade when they were banned from Celtic Park,
Oh, that's a good point.
and they still let them into Ibrox.
He's good, him, isn't he?
You're good.
Thank
He's
you.
very good.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's good.
That's a great point. And
I can't see it. Why is it not going to go the other way?
Yeah.
So for me, I think they will. I just want it sorted. It's
Yeah.
such. I'm sick of talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Let's
we'll move
move
on.
on then,
We'll
shall
find
we?
out because it is.
And we'll
see,
all another thing is well, Celtic, Rangers, and the SPFL, the police, the stewards will have all learnt lessons from what happened
Yeah.
at Ibrox that time for the Scottish Cup. I don't see those issues ever raising its head again inside a stadium.
see if, and it's a big if. See if they do side with Celtic.
The sporting advantage that Celtic get.
It'll
from that.
just cause.
Yeah.
Rangers will be fuming.
There'll be the integrity this, integrity that, blah blah blah
It's
blah
true, though.
blah.
So
No, yeah,
another
but-
reason
but
why I think
it needs
it's
to
more of a
just-
headache than
yeah,
not. But we'll
yeah.
find out very, very soon. Right, the Scottish Championship. Well done to St Johnstone for winning that. A few trips to Perth for everyone next year, rightly so. Steve Valacari's men, as much as Partick Thistle tried, they were by far and away the best team in the league.
And Hearts signed James McPake.
Great
have,
signing.
yeah.
We've signed James McPake.
Fantastic signing.
What a player, and looking forward to seeing him in the Hearts jersey next year.
We have the playoffs secured for Partick Thistle, Arbroath and Dunfermline. The only thing we need to wait and see, Arbroath take on Dunfermline, the final game on Friday. A win for Dunfermline, they finished third. So it's weird because Arbroath played Dunfermline now 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
That's
Final
right.
game of the season,
Aye.
and then back-to-back in the playoffs. Wraith, Queen's Park, Ayr, all safe for another season. And we get to the relegation battle with 1 game to go. What was Saturday like?
Saturday was dramatic. So
4-0
dramatic.
win. Fair play to Stuart Kettlewell. 4-0 win.
Yeah.
As much as I need to say that. To Ross County over Greenock Morton. They've pulled out the fire Airdrieonians in the last
Incredible, that.
20 minutes or so to turn it around against Ayr United to leapfrog. So, state of play, Greenock Morton 37 points, Airdrieonians 35 points, Ross County 34 points. Ross County away to Wraith. Airdrieonians take on Greenock Morton. Morton are not out of this.
No, they're not. And Wraith have got Hee-Haw to play for.
It's really exciting.
It's fantastic.
Who's
Friday
going
night
down?
football.
Who's going down?
Ross County are going down.
Who's going down?
Airdrie.
And I can see Greenock Morton being in the playoff spots. I say Airdrie beat Morton and Ross County draw with Wraith.
What's the goal difference there?
Minus
2.
20 for Ross County, minus 14 for Airdrie, minus 16 for Morton.
A fantastic championship final day on
You think
Friday
Airdrie
night.
finish 8th?
Yeah, I think they pull it out the bag. And I think Greenock Morton, we got a tweet actually from a fan who had been messaging, fair
saw
play,
this.
had been messaging us days before. SPFL football show, this is from Dean. Your championship roundup, lads. You might have missed Morton play Ross County and Airdrie in the last 2 games of the season, and it would not surprise me if Morton finished 10th. 20 years watching them, it can happen. That's Dean and then he replied yesterday going, a feckin' tell his goals keep coming. Teams raging.
Very good.
Okay, League One, a very, very tight top title race as well. 2 points in it going into next Saturday, the final game of the season, Inverness and Stenhousemuir. Inverness just had to win and they drew with East Fife.
Yeah.
8th place, East Fife. Steny won at home to Alloa. So
Do you want
a win for Inverness.
Do you want the fixtures for the
Just
top
the top two, please?
Yes.
Montrose host Stenhousemuir and Inverness host Hamilton.
Hamilton, so the bottom, East Fife are 8th on 35, Hamilton 34. So there's
Huge game for Hamilton then.
Yeah,
Yeah, massive.
and sadly, Celtic Hearts relegated to League Two. Well, the title race is pretty much wrapped up, but we can't really say it just yet. East Kilbride 3 points clear with a game to go because Spartans drew 1-1 with Elgin and messed up my coupon, and East Kilbride won. So East Kilbride 3 points clear, 5 goals in it, and there was a wee bit of celebration after the Dumbarton game for East Kilbride. They didn't celebrate the title, but it's done.
I would.
Well, your uncle pop in and see us.
I'll
pop
text
in
him.
or get him on Zoom next week when they're in the
We've
league.
got it, surely. Uncle Mick, we'll get him on.
Obviously,
East Kilbride.
I'm still hoping the Spartans can pull out of the bag.
Oh, shut up.
I
And
do
the 2
think,
games they play,
I do think East Kilbride's got a harder game. They've got Clyde at the
3rd
weekend,
place Clyde.
and Stirling Albion host Spartans.
So, but see, with Clyde being in 3rd place, they're already secured 3rd spot, which means that they're going to have 1 out in the players. So I think East
They would
Kilbride
rest a
beat
few
them.
players,
Yeah, I think so.
We'll see.
And if you give East Kilbride, if you said to Mick Kennedy at the beginning of the season, draw your final game and you're
Aye,
champions,
yeah,
they
you'd
would
have
have
taken
taken it. So that's where we are. A fantastic. Next week we'll have concluded all of the leagues apart from the Scottish Premiership.
That's right. Looking forward to the playoffs.
I can't do it for reasons that will become clear shortly. I can't give Livingston Team of the Week, but somebody has to. First win, and
Why can't you give it?
I'm going to give it to a different team.
Okay.
Ewen Cameron, your team of the week.
Team of the week, I'm actually going to give it to Livingston. That was
First
a
win
huge
since
side.
Marvin
That was-
Bartley.
that was-
Marvin Bartley. We believe, Martin. We believe,
and
Marvin.
Marvin's done a brilliant job. A brilliant job. And see some of the draws that he got if he turned them into some wins.
Yep.
They're right on the coattails of Kilmarnock. So well done to Marvin Bartley and to Livingston. And they need to stick with him for next season because he's
Yep.
done a great job there. So well done
Excellent,
to
yeah.
Livingston.
Callum Bell.
I'm
with
going to
his
go.
face.
I'm going to go with. I think is it them that Dundee called them? I'll go with them.
Them.
Dundee
Them.
United after a fantastic thumping
Lucky.
3-0 win against the wee team in Dundee.
I will go with Ross County. 4-0 win. They had to win to keep their hopes of the championship alive. Dingwall, as Rory Hamilton said a couple of weeks ago, it's a very good club. Great
Manager.
chairman and team. So well done to Ross County. And let's see if they can keep it going till next week,
You
shall
didn't
we?
mention the manager there.
No.
What's his name?
Stuart Kettlewell.
But you didn't mention him
Guided
in
them
your-
to a fantastic 4-0 win.
Oh, okay,
Well
good,
done,
good,
Ronnie.
good.
Did,
Well
he
done,
guided them
Ronnie.
to it.
I know, well done you.
Yeah,
well
enjoy
done.
Hamilton next year. So that is it. For the I jest, Staggies fans. I jest.
Right,
Right.
You've got to ask us anything. You've got a quiz. You can decide what you want to do.
Let's see.
Do a couple of Ask Anything
Okay.
questions.
Louise on X. Who's
Yeah.
the Celtic manager next season?
Ask you.
My car mechanic told me during the week he wants Thomas Frank, so I'll go with that one.
I heard a wee thing about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Nah.
Just a wee snippet. I think it'll be Askew.
Put your money on it, it's Ask you.
Okay. Oh, we've done that one for last week. Which player has been the biggest flop this season from Jimmy on X? Andrew Skålson.
Shout.
Great shout.
Shout.
He came with a big fanfare in January.
I was part of that fanfare, I'll admit. I'll
You-
put my hands up.
yeah,
I
you-
thought that was a marquee signing.
You were waxing lyrical about him.
40-odd caps,
Yeah.
internationalist,
Yeah.
good proven goal-scoring record.
Yeah.
Where has he been?
Hibs record signing Thibaut Clige, and you're probably going who? And I think that says everything. Record signing they've ever bought. They loaned him out in January. He was that rubbish. I'll go him.
I will go Maeda.
Maeda.
What was the question again?
It's supposed to be biggest flop signing this season, but
Oh,
listen,
so because
No, just biggest flop.
I think that Maeda, for me, has been one of the best players in Scottish football for a number of years. The boy is unbelievable, and I think he's better than Celtic. I think he could play at a higher level, and he's shown that in the Champions League and in European ties. His head hasn't been in it this season, so he's been a flop for me. That may come back to bite my ass big style because he was very good against Falkirk just the other day there. And if that Maeda continues to play like that over the next 4 games, then Hearts have got a problem.
That was from Jimmy on X. Thank you, Jimmy. As ever, ask us anything, questions, fire them into any comment section of where you find your podcast, and we will try and read them out. Callum will sort it out. Right, let's get to the quiz. I mean, this is...
Well, the quiz is just a bit of fun now.
It's a bit of fun,
because the bet is on the league. If Hearts don't win the league, I'm going to turn up to the STV Radio Football Show live event at Oran Moor on the 20th of May, dressed as either a Celtic player or a Rangers player if we don't win the league. It's likely not to be a Rangers player now.
Ronnie, you could lend him one of your kits.
We'll see. We'll see come Monday. You're getting very confident, Mr. Cameron.
Shall we?
You and Ewan might rise again. Go on.
Okay, let's just start with the quiz. Name any of the 4 goalkeepers who've played every minute in the league this season in the Scottish Premiership. So 4 Scottish Premiership goalkeepers have played every minute for their club this season. GCD any of the 4. Let's see what you've gone
Callum Ward.
Ward.
Correct. You could have also had Jerome Pryor, Jack Butland, or McCracken for Dundee.
Oh, has Butland played in all the games, has he?
Every minute.
Has he? Okay. I even thought
Massively
about
at fault for that first goal, by the way. We didn't
poor.
discuss that.
Poor.
Very poor.
Even the second goal. Back
He has a
post.
mistake in him every couple of weeks. Jack
And
Butland for me.
I thought his distribution
He was
yesterday.
correct me if I'm wrong, he was the Rangers player of the year last
he?
night.
Really?
His distribution yesterday.
Obviously, votes were cast before
The Motherwell
game, sadly.
Question number 2. Which Rangers manager signed James Tavernier? Obviously leaving the club at the end of the season, he announced earlier this week, or last week, should I say. So which Rangers manager signed captain James Tavernier? Let's see it.
Warbiola.
Warburton.
Correct. Well done, you two. You're 2 for 2. This
And
is
his
good.
magic hat.
This next question, Ewan, more so you for Ronnie. Listen carefully. How many?
What does
So
that mean?
condescending,
That is-
isn't it?
I was going to say, what a condescending prick you are.
But let's see if you get it, though.
Let's, Ewan,
be
this is more
condescending.
for you. Listen more carefully.
Because you don't listen.
Just
You
go
don't.
to the...
How many current Scottish Premiership clubs has Ross Stewart played for? How many current Scottish Premiership clubs has Ross Stewart played for? Clamour to get him in the Scotland squad. Scoring for fun down in England at the moment. How many current Scottish Premiership clubs has Ross Stewart played for?
Okay.
See your answers.
2.
2.
Incorrect. It's 1 at St Mirren. Ross County are in the Championship.
I thought he played.
If you'd listened,
I thought he played for Dundee.
So did I. I
Oh,
thought
Greg
Dundee.
Stewart.
Greg
Oh,
Stewart.
Greg Stewart.
I'm a
I swear I like you. I thought St Mirren and Dundee.
So you're both daft.
Yeah.
Question number 4. You're both on 2. Who was Dunfermline manager the last time they reached the Scottish Cup final? Tough question, this.
2007.
Correct. Really tough. I had to Google it. Who was Dunfermline manager the last time
Such
they
a
reached the
lazy
Scottish Cup
guess
final?
for me,
Who
so
scored
it's-
the winner in that game, Ron?
Jean-Joël Pierre-Dumbe.
There you go.
I think I was at that game.
Can I wear your Celtic top in a couple of weeks?
Trust me, it wouldn't fit you.
Oh, yeah.
he's been
maybe,
bulking.
I'm bulking now.
maybe it would, because you're bulking.
Let's see your answers.
Calderwood.
I'm going Jimmy Calderwood.
It was Stephen Kenny.
Oh!
So it was!
Irishman
Aye.
Stephen Kenny.
So it's 2 all comes down to this.
Oh, no. Ewan, Here's the tempt fate. See if you get this wrong. Rangers are going to beat Hearts.
If you get it wrong, Hibs are hammering you. Right, go.
Right, a lot writing on this
Oh,
then.
here we go.
The Scottish Premiership era began in the 13-14 season. Name either side that were relegated at the end of that season.
13-14.
13-14. The Scottish Premiership era began. 2 sides were relegated from the top flight that year. Name either.
Is it that year? Was it that year?
Right.
Oh, I don't know this.
I think this will be fun.
I don't know this.
So I'll say it one more time. The Scottish Premiership era began in the 13-14 season. At the end of the 13-14 season,
I
2
think
teams are relegated. Who do you think were either of those teams? Just one of them.
I think I was at that game. I think I was working at that game.
Show me your answer, Ronnie.
I've gone Hibs.
St Johnstone.
I'm afraid Rangers are going to batter Hearts because it was Hibs and Hearts.
It
It was that
Hearts
season,
as well.
yeah. Remember?
It was at Terry Butcher's Hibs side lost to penalties against
Does
Hamilton.
it matter?
Yeah, 3-2.
The people need the details. They don't need fucking details.
They'll
Just
need,
say cheerio.
they'll need the details
Just
on
say
Rangers
cheerio.
Pub Hearts next week.
Just say cheerio.
We will be back Tuesday, the 5th of May for our podcast. Thank you so much to Ewen Cameron. Thank you to Callum Bell. Like, share, subscribe, send us your comments, and we will be back next week. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Thanks to our sponsors. We'll see you next week. Don't walk in front of my shot like that.
Shut up, you. Do you think you are?
He's getting nervous, folks. He's getting nervous. See you next week.
The STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by CR Smith.
The STV Radio Football Show is brought to you by CR Smith. CR Smith are local everywhere in Scotland. They offer great finance rates so you can get the best products for your home at an affordable rate. CR Smith are Scotland's top rated windows and doors company on Trustpilot. Make sure you're on the ball. Head to crsmith.co.uk to get stuck into the amazing windows and doors. Thank you very much to CR Smith and thank you for listening. We'll catch you next time on the STV Radio Football Show.